Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am incredibly excited about this one because we're tackling something that frustrates almost everyone who has ever tried to sit down, close their eyes, and clear their mind. We are talking about accelerating your meditation progress. If you've ever felt completely stuck or like it takes you an hour just to quiet your racing thoughts, we're going to unlock the secret mechanics of deep meditation today. We're looking at specific ancient techniques that actually act as a mechanical and energetic turbo boost. Okay, let's dive right into this and look at exactly where this fascinating methodology comes from.
Our source material today comes from Osman, who is also known as the Blind Muslim Yogi. He's a master-level bioenergy healer with 50 years of rigorous practice under his belt, actually hitting his first samadhi experience by the time he was just 19. Now, it's really important to note a unique aspect of our source here. Osman has been permanently blind since May 2023. So when he describes these highly specific anatomical and visual meditation postures, he's doing so from the perspective of someone who had normal eyesight for decades before then. His background is just fascinating, and he brings a highly advanced, genuinely scientific approach to quantum energy and physical healing. Now, before we get into the actual mechanics of his teachings, we do need to quickly state the medical disclaimer provided by the source. Natural-based therapies and the energy work we're discussing today are complementary. They are absolutely not a replacement for professional medical treatment. Always consult a licensed physician if you're dealing with a medical condition. Our goal with this explainer is simply to provide an objective, impartial look at Osman's specific techniques.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the Master Healer's approach, defining the Siddhasana posture, controlling your Kundalini energy, the body's electrical circuit, the Jnana Mudra Turbo Boost, and finally, practical tips for beginners.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the Master Healer's approach.
So Osman is an advanced-level yoga and meditation teacher with literally decades of practice. And we're talking intense dedication here, sometimes meditating up to 18 hours daily during certain stages of his life. He focuses heavily on natural-based therapies to replenish lost energy, using a deeply scientific approach to ancient practices. Actually, a quick side note derived from our source, he offers a totally free 5-minute yoga and meditation program available for download at yogawellness786.com, which is a fantastic resource if you want to explore these foundations. This massive amount of experience is what grounds the very specific physical and energetic hacks we're about to explore.
Moving on to Section 2, defining the Siddhasana posture.
Now, Siddhasana is not just your average, everyday, cross-legged sit on the living room floor. It's a highly specific posture designed to naturally prop up the body and perfectly align the spine. The brilliance of this posture is that it acts as a mechanical locking system. When you execute it properly, you literally do not need a backrest. You're completely stable and unsupported. And as Osman notes, just locking into this posture completes about 90% of your meditation prep right off the bat. So how exactly do you get into this lock? Let's walk through it. Step 1. You start by sitting upright with your legs straight out in front of you. Step 2, bend your right knee and bring your right heel all the way in, placing it directly at your perineum, essentially right under you, so it actually props your body up a bit. Step 3, bend your left leg and bring that heel directly above your private area, letting the knee drop. And finally, Step 4, which is super crucial, lean slightly forward. You aren't leaning back, you pitch just slightly forward so your arms naturally rest near your knees. It might sound a bit complex at first, but anatomically, it locks the pelvis and shoots the spine completely straight.
Let's hit Section 3, controlling your Kundalini energy.
Here's where it gets really interesting. If you just sit in a normal, easy cross-legged posture, our source explains that as you start building deep spiritual energy, often called Kundalini, your body actually gets overwhelmed. Your progress slows way down because the energy basically scatters. You quite literally can't endure the intensity of it. But when we compare that to Siddhasana, the whole game changes. Siddhasana redirects that overpowering Kundalini energy directly to the base of your spine. And here's the secret. Your spine acts as an unlimited conduit. It's the only part of your body that can withstand those massive levels of energy without short-circuiting. By locking the posture, you control the flow.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, the body's electrical circuit.
I absolutely love this analogy. Osman views the human body quite literally as an electrical circuit. Think about it. If you sit with your hands open and apart, your circuit efficiency is sitting at 0%. The natural electricity flowing through your body is broken. Now, if you simply interlock your fingers, you close the circuit and get about a 50% efficiency, which is definitely a step up. But if you want to hit that 100% maximum efficiency, you have to use a specific hand position called the Jnana Mudra.
All right, Section 5, the Jana Mudra Turbo Boost.
Let's break down the mechanics of this Jana Mudra. First, you gently touch your index finger and your thumb together on both hands. But here is the massive takeaway that almost everyone misses. You have to keep your arms slightly outstretched, resting out toward your knees. You absolutely do not want to fold your elbows tightly into your sides. Why? Because, as Osman explains, there are subtle but powerful energy centers located right under your armpits. If you pull your elbows in tight, you physically pinch off and block that energy flow. By outstretching your arms, you keep those pathways completely wide open.
Now, to put the power of this into perspective, before discovering these precise postural and circuit closing secrets, it historically took our source, who is an advanced practitioner, remember, 90 minutes, an hour and a half just to reach that deep alpha to theta meditative zone. That's 90 minutes of pure struggle before his mind finally let go.
But look at this comparison. Using a normal posture, 90 minutes to hit the zone. But by combining the Siddhasana locking posture with the 100% efficient Jana Mudra, that time plummeted down to just 2 to 5 minutes. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. By mechanically aligning the spine to handle the energy and closing the electrical circuit with your fingers, you are literally turbo boosting your entry into a deep meditative state. It is a total absolute game changer.
Let's wrap up with Section 6, Practical Tips for Beginners. Now, I have to be real with you. Patience is mandatory here. If you aren't used to sitting like this, your inner thigh tendons are going to scream at you. Osman admits it took him 2 full years to perfectly adapt to Siddhasana. So in your first few days, just aim for 2 minutes. The second you feel real pain, uncross your legs and finish your meditation normally. Over the coming weeks, you can slowly extend that to 5, 10, and eventually 20 minutes. Over years of practice, your body naturally adapts and you'll be able to sit comfortably for hours. Don't rush the physical adaptation. Let your tendons catch up to your brain.
So, we've covered the mechanics, the electrical circuits, and the realistic timeline for success. By utilizing the Siddhasana posture to channel your energy and the Jana Mudra to close your body's circuit, you have the exact blueprint to drastically cut down the time it takes to find deep stillness. Are you ready to test this out in your next session? Try sitting just a little differently next time and see if you can feel that 100% efficiency flow. Also, if you want to dive deeper into Osman's teachings, be sure to look up his podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify by searching for The Blind Muslim Yogi. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.